Hi traders, welcome to this weekly Forex trading ideas video with me, John, head currency analyst here at Blueberry Markets. So let's take a look at the data we've got coming up this week. Some inflationary data coming up out of Canada, Australia, as well as the US. US going to be super important going into this week because it is the core PCE price index, which is the inflationary gauge that the Federal Reserve prefer to use. So expected some declines here, and if we do see declines like we have done in the recent CPI and PPI, then the US dollar strength that we've seen the past couple of weeks could be coming under a little bit of pressure towards the end of the week on Friday. Going on to the sentiment then, seen a few changes in the currencies, notably the New Zealand dollar, one of the most weaker currencies of last week, coming in from that +5 down to the -1, seeing a bit of a reversal there. Japanese yen weakness come back into the markets, continued seeing one of the weakest runs as well. US dollar turned one of the stronger currencies, as well as the Canadian dollar, but I've got just a short note here to tell us that the Swiss franc is strong, but in that reversal phase now. Swiss National Bank coming out, potentially calling for a little bit of a weaker Swiss franc. And we've got the Japanese yen as a weaker currency in the reversal zone, but, you know, price is approaching some key levels, which we'll talk about at the end of the video. Going on to the US dollar index then, we're in this upward trend, aren't we? And the market continues to remain that on this weekly chart. We are approaching some key levels now. We've got this 106 spot 13 handle. I would like to see the 107s tested, but this could be a minor point of resistance for those buyers buying towards the $104 area, targeting those 106 highs. That remains very similar for euro US dollar price. Created lots of volume up here. We broke, we tested it, continued to trade lower here, targeting these previous swing lows, which would be in line with the US dollar index hitting that 107 level towards the 106.20s, 106.25 could be the level to look for here on euro. Just on the 30-minute time frame on the right hand side, we can see lots of volume being built from the 1.07s and above. Lots of resistance coming in here. You can see the anchored VWAP around 1.0710. So rejections around here could be something to look at going into this week. We can see actually a lot of volume being built up in this area as well, something to just take note of on Friday's price action. Now, I've included New Zealand US dollar because obviously the New Zealand dollar proving to be one of the weakest currencies last week towards the end of the week in particular. And Kiwi dollar's been kind of trending or ranging, between 0.62, 0.61s, building volume here, but building volume towards the low of the zone. So I feel if we breached 0.61, and only if we do that, then we could see a sharp move down towards this next area of volume that was created on the daily chart towards the 0.6 handle. Looking at the volume being built over the past week, then we can see that there was large volumes being built towards 0.6125. So if price fails to kind of breach this zone here, mainly breach towards these highs, then we might see a little bit of downside movement for the Kiwi going into next week. And then the final chart, that actually should say dollar Swiss. Apologies, that should that should actually say dollar Japanese yen. Bit of an error on my end there. But this is the daily chart, dollar yen. We're approaching previous intervention levels or suspected intervention levels at 160 again. So what we're going to see here, are we going to see potential intervention with some downside moves? Who knows? I mean, I've looked at the 30-minute time frame here. On Friday, we had really good volumes being built around 159. So if we see early selling back towards 159, that could be minor support. But it depends if we're going to get intervention or not. Are we going to see the 160 level sort of defended. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this on dollar yen? Do you think that this level here on 160 is gonna be defended, or are we gonna see a continuation of yen weakness with price potentially breaching those highs? That's something we have to consider as well, considering the circumstances. As well, we did get Bank of Japan and Japanese officials talking about the need to potentially intervene. So is 160 going to be defended again? That's the question I want to be asking going into this trading week. Thanks for watching this video update. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new to the YouTube channel.